Hello, everyone. Welcome to Base Demo Day. I will be doing this every week, and I'm going to be trying to showcase the best base builders in the ecosystem. Now, before we dive in, a quick disclosure: nothing in the stream is financial advice, and everything shared is for educational and informational purposes only. Please do your own research. So, today we have four very exciting demos from the following companies: Senpai, an on chain GPT built on Base; Stream.tv, a forecaster live streaming and video client; Product Clank, a prediction market for products which built social first on Forecaster to give builders visibility; and lastly, Byte AI, the world's first fully autonomous consumer commerce agent that orders and pays with USDC on Base and delivers your favorite items from your favorite stores. Now, some of today's presenters are actively raising, so support them by sharing this episode. And the more people who see it, the more successful base projects we will have. I'm also super excited to be joined by today's special guest, Sohi from the Base DevRel team, who will be offering live feedback and product suggestions. Everyone, please welcome Sohi.
Hi everyone. Thanks Nick for having me on. I'm so
Of course.
excited to be meeting all the projects today. Yeah, a bit about me, I guess I probably should say. Yeah, hi, I'm Sohi. I'm part of the DevRel team here at Base. So I'm always helping projects try and get them to, well, not just build on Base, but also just like make sure that they're getting the help that they need, that they're using the correct tools and things like that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And so, for builders and founders, guys, if you are building or thinking about building on Base and you're looking for funding, exposure, or feedback on your product, apply for the next Base Demo Days. The link is in my X bio. All right, guys, let's jump into the first demo. Kicking things off is Senpai, and here's what they're building. Hey, Alex, can you hear us?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Good to meet you. Good to meet you, Sophie. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Good to meet you as well, Alex. I'm excited to hear about what you're building.
Yeah, this is great. Thanks for doing this, guys. We're happy to be here. A little bit me and our team first, and then happy to share my screen and take you guys through Senpai. We've been building on-chain AI since 2022. We started building actually as an indexing service, building dev tooling powered by natural language. So being able to say, show me Sohei .eth's Farcaster identity, her ENS, her tokens that she holds across multiple chains, and then surfacing those in GraphQL queries. So had a lot of experience, and we've went through a couple of different iterations of building different things. And this is a surface area that we're really excited about. We obviously see how large language models and natural language is changing every industry. And I think that ubiquitously, it's going to be one that affects the on-chain world. So with Senpai, you're able to do a lot of amazing things, but I'd rather show not tell. So why don't I share my screen here and take you guys through it. Let's just go. Make sure we're in the right place. Just let me know if you guys can see my screen here.
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll start just by kind of doing a little. Well, first we're going to put it into dark mode because everyone knows dark mode's way better than light mode. There's no contention in that. But let's get a lay of the land. So if you log into Senpai, and everything I'm about to show you is completely live today. So you can visit senpai.ai and try this stuff if you're watching from home alongside me, or go test it for yourself after. To get a quick lay of the land, obviously feels very familiar if you've ever used ChatGPT. We kind of frame ourselves up as this fully on-chain GPT. So you have kind of these pre-baked prompts that we've built here. We've got skills on the left side, which I'll talk about in a bit in a second. You have your kind of wallet, your Senpai wallet, which is an agent wallet, which we'll talk about as well. You can expand this to see different tokens you hold, their balances, transactions. You have a new chat button at the top right here, which you can click if you ever get stuck on something, and it'll start a new chat. We also have a link goes out to the dojo, which is our team's Telegram. It's a great way to interact with our team. If you're using Senpai, you want to give us feedback after the fact, after this presentation, highly recommend joining. And then you have your dashboard, and there's 4 sections in the dashboard here. You have your history, which is just chat history, auto trading, which I'm going to talk a lot about, something we're really excited about, which shows different rules that you have, groups, which is another Senpai ability that I'm going to walk you through, and orders, which are some DeFi orders that are sitting in queue or some that you've set up in the past. So let's actually get into it and walk through a few things that Senpai is really good at. We pride ourselves in the ability to do a couple things. One is being able to serve on-chain and off-chain data together in a way that's, insanely insightful, very useful, but then and make it, immediately actionable in the Senpai interface. So we'll start with something simple like what's trending on Base within the last 4 hours. I think especially new people coming into crypto, it's a huge fire hose of information across X and Farcaster, wherever you spend your time, and making those, correct decisions on what token to invest in or project to get behind. I find it really complex and difficult, even for someone that has worked in the space for a long time. With Senpai, we aim to demystify some of this stuff by doing a couple things. One is surfacing the on-chain data that's empirical and says, hey, these are the things that are trending today. And, I said in the last 4 hours, but I could say in the last 7 days, last 30 days, change that time window. But you can see as I'm talking, Senpai's spitting out some of this on-chain data for us. We could see, a couple tokens that everyone knows. This is a great one to be in first today, especially for this presentation. Basis for everyone. We have Arrow, which is a well-known LP product. You have Alien Base God. So it's going to continue to spit all this out for me. And I'll take you through a bit of a journey of doing discovery and then taking some actions, all through natural language through Senpai through this. And at any time, if you guys have any questions, just jump in and stop me too. And we can kind of make this interactive. So this will just culminate here. And okay, so we got a bunch of trending tokens, which is really cool. The next step is typically people want to understand what are people saying about these tokens. So we could say, what is the sentiment for we'll say Zora, and we use a cache tagging system here. This is, one of the big questions I get, especially with a natural language backed crypto product, is like, hey, does it ever hallucinate the wrong token? And we've built in this cache tagging system to directly address that. So you can see like Zora here is data proofed. I know this is the Zora token based on when it was created. The market cap, I go select it. What is the sentiment for Zora across X and Farcaster today? So same as our prompt about what was trending, we're doing the same here for Zora, except we're asking for off-chain data for X and then the data from Farcaster and combining them. And what Senpai is doing right now is jumping into Farcaster, jumping into X, looking at what are the most popular tweets and casts that people have made in the last 24 hours around Zora, and then serving them up to us in this culminated view. You can see that it also in the return prompt gives us some of the like a kind of a summary. And at the end, it will give you like a overall analysis. But you can see these links are coming in, and these are a mix of, X, Farcaster. The linking gives you the ability to kind of jump right into things. So this is another feature I like for newer folks that are kind of, maybe they bought some Zora and they want to get into the conversation. This is like a high level, return on here's some interesting places where you might want to go jump in on X, jump in on Farcaster, provide some commentary. Okay, so we've kind of got, Senpai's given us a sentiment of Zora. Now we want to understand, like, how are people doing with Zora? Who are the biggest holders? So I could ask, who are the biggest whales of Zora right now? And it would return me, the top 10 biggest holders. But more interesting to me is who show me the P&L of Zora. I'm actually more interested in who's making a lot of money on Zora. So now Senpai, similar to what we did when we asked about base trending tokens, actually go to the on-chain metrics and start looking at who has the highest profit, and then deliver that response to me based on how many buys and sells they had and who's made the most money on this token. This is a great way to get a pulse on who are the people that are really invested, skin in the game. And our team, we work with, for example, Zapper, who's a really amazing product to resolve a lot of these addresses to social identities. We can see here, one of them has resolved. In most cases, we are able to, but obviously in some, you can see it being resolved as this kind of like M16 structure. That's in a case where we can't tie a wallet to a social address. But in every attempt or any part of the product, we always try to resolve this down to social, whether it's a base name, an ENS name, a Farcaster name, obviously. But we can see, Senpai is delivering us all this data here. And the next part I'm going to talk about is how we start taking action based on all this data we've got. So we've got we could get trending tokens. From trending tokens, we can find an interesting token. We can figure out the whales, who's making money on it, what are people saying about it. But what if I want to actually start building trades around it? So we have this product inside Senpai called Groups, and Groups are basically cohorts of users that you might want to build strategy around. So in this case, I'm going to say add all these users to, we'll say Zora P&L group we'll say a new group, just be specific. And so Senpai is going to set up this first group for me. While it does that, so the skills that I mentioned on the side here up in the top left, you can see there's a lot of different ones. We have some that we've already kind of went through, like P&L, obviously base token details, token sentiments, the whale hunting I mentioned. These are all Eliza OS plugins. So the open source Eliza OS framework, if you've built a plugin, you can stand that up inside Senpai with little to no effort. We're working with a bunch of different third-party verticalized crypto products to extend Senpai's capabilities almost infinitely. So you think about yield optimization, you think about advanced DeFi, you think about more off-chain stuff. Anyone that has a crypto product that exists as a plugin can come plug it into Senpai with our team. You immediately get access to the agent wallet, which is a smart wallet. That's why you're not seeing me. When I start doing transactions, you won't see any TXs. I've already kind of given approval to that wallet. Everything's through natural language. But yeah, anyway, the skills are just a really awesome way to continue to extend Senpai abilities. But this should be confirming our group here in a second. And then I'll walk you through kind of the groups and we'll get into actually establishing a trade. Okay, well, as things go in live demos, our group failed, but that's okay. We'll go into our groups quickly here and I'll walk you through some of these. So you can see I have different names for groups built out. P&L Chads, these are people that have made over 100,000 but under $1 million. A 7-figure P&L is kind of what the name explains. If we click into these, we can actually go in and take a look at, click into this here. We can actually see all of these addresses. Okay, let's get into really the magic of Senpai. Senpai, one of the features that we're going really deep on is autonomous trading. So being able to take things like copy trading and then add advanced DeFi on the back end, like limit orders, to get you, automated entry into a trade, but also an automated exit. So if we go back and we want to go create an autonomous trade, we'll go back to here and go new chat and go, you can see here and I'm going to just use this pre-baked prompt and adjust it a bit. If two people in P&L Chads buy, we'll say $200 of a token within 5 minutes of each other, buy me, we'll say $50 worth and sell it all when it hits 20% profit or if they sell. So you can see it's like a pretty complex rule condition set that we just set up. So we're saying if two people in the P&L Chads group buys over $200 of a token within 5 minutes of each other, those conditions get met, it'll buy me $50 worth. It'll set up a limit order on the back end using CalSwap, a provider we work with, to take me out, or it'll automatically sell if they sell, either of them sell 50% of the token. We could see that Senpai's gone and set this up for me. I can now go into my auto trading tab here on the left, and you can pause and play rules as you set them up, but we could see this rule that I just set up is live now. So if either, two people from my P&L Chads group buys, it'll buy me into a token, automatically take me out. You can see in the orders group here, I have a bunch of open different limit orders that I'm waiting to be filled. Auto trades, this is the trades that automatically are executed for you. And you also see why they were executed. So you can see there's different reasons here, like 444 Earth.eth bot, so that bought me in. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ways to do this. And you can use stuff like, I could just say, if, we'll say base is for, let's see if we can find bases for everyone. You know what, we'll use Clanker, actually. It's an easier one. Clanker dips 5%, buy me $10 worth. So you can also do limit orders to say, if this dips, buy me to get a better entry, or if this token I currently hold increases X%, sell it for me on the take profit end. So a lot of really amazing DeFi stuff you can do. I think the implications for this are really important. It's like average traders like myself, or people that are pretty crypto savvy, they get access to these cool DeFi abilities. Very shortly, we're adding more conditions, things like If the market cap's under $10,000, if so-and-so launches a clanker, and then also things like TWAPs and stop losses and just more advanced DeFi that even average traders like myself don't use, but more specifically like new people in crypto. This stuff's really scary. It's complex. It's fragmented. With Senpai, we bring it all together into one place. The last thing I'll say before we jump to Q&A here is Senpai is already a Farcaster client. So you'll see this little Farcaster button here. If I click that, Senpai will go write a cast on it. And then I can one tap that into my Farcaster timeline. Our team really, really understands that the most interesting things happening in crypto seem to be happening all around the social fabric right now. So we're working on a bunch of ways to beef this up, make it more exciting, but being able to share strategies, wins with your friends, interesting on-chain insights or off-chain insights, whether it's in social. Senpai is going to make that really easy for you to do. And that's I can pause there and happy to take any questions, comments, feedback.
I think that was great. So, you have any feedback or advice, recommendations?
Well, Alex, Wesley, thanks for building on Base. I'm always super grateful to meet new builders and see their products. Senpai looks awesome. I have to say that straight off the bat. It's really impressive how much it can do, and I think that's really, really cool. I think one of the coolest features that you were saying is that it's running on Smart Wallet, so then it feels really seamless.
Yeah.
And I was thinking if I were brand new and I wanted to get in straight away, what is the onboarding experience with Senpai? Can I just talk to Senpai directly and it will help me set up my wallet and teach me about funding?
Yeah. So, look, the onboarding takes about 15 seconds. We use Privy for a wallet. You can set it up. It's totally free. We take a small transaction fee on the other end once you start actually doing things on chain. But yeah, we're building this tutorial experience into it. Obviously, natural language is a great interface for that to ask questions. So this is part of this early process of getting the product out there and in front of a lot of people. Is people finding the things that work and don't work, right? If I give a prompt and I get something that's unsuspecting, then it's our team's job to come in and say, okay, how do we improve that user journey going through the product? And a question that I get a lot actually around doing anything that's autonomous or using LLMs is, well, am I going to trust this thing with my funds? And it's so funny because I've been using this in our testing server for a bit of time. I describe it as the first time you go in a Waymo that doesn't have a driver. It's the first time you're kind of okay, I don't know. I'm feeling a little apprehensive. The second time when a trade happens and it works out for you and you build this relationship with it, and that's really exciting. And I think now I'm a month and a half, 2 months in of using it as my main trading interface. And I have a lot of trust and reliability in it. And we're going to continue to build that. But yeah, so it's you have a relationship with this thing as the user. And I think the more that we can build memory and exciting ways for it to know about you, the tokens you like, the type of DeFi products you use, the better that experience is going to get.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I understand what you're saying. It is always a new paradigm, right? If you sit in a Waymo, there's no driver, you're and it's the same with asking essentially AI to trade for you. One of the pieces of feedback I was thinking is with Web3 and crypto and trading, it's one of the few times that trading and social are so together. It's super cool that you're already thinking about that. Would you ever consider making building this into a mini app functionality or creating shareable moments that can be casted to Farcaster and other clients?
Yeah, 100%. We're definitely the sharing special moments or magic moments is something that we're already investing a lot of time and energy into. It's I want to tell Nick when I got a big win. I want to share strategy with my brother who trades. I want to share something about the community that Senpai surfaced based on the token sentiments. Doing all of that right now is just a simple cast is the first step, but finding ways to actually make that more interesting for everyone, clickable, shareable. That's what we're going really deep on. And to the point on mini apps, we think the mini app ecosystem building on Farcaster is super interesting. Obviously all of it is happening on Base, which is amazing. And we're going to continue to kind of invest in figuring out how we're going to be, how we get channel distribution through Senpai and some of these places. I could say going mobile is a big thing. We have a good mobile experience, but a full mobile app, and stuff like that that really give you this huge user experience ownership level are really important. But yeah, I see things like mini apps as a great way to extend it.
All right. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, guys. If any of you have questions, you can just comment on the X broadcast and we will get to them. Next, we have Stream TV.
Hey guys, hey Nick, hey Sorry,
Hey.
the one
How are
from
you doing?
Streamem. Hey guys, first of all, kudos to Alex and the team, and also for Lior, who is after me. Like I know those founders and builders for a long time, and they're part of the Farcaster ecosystem, and they were also sharing some passes with us with Streamem, and we love them both. So without further ado, let me share screen.
You already shared.
This is Streamem. Streamem, which means a stream and AMM, is a live streaming app for Farcaster. You can actually also log in with Twitter, but we are more integrated with the Farcaster protocol in terms of like all the follows, all the video, all the live streams, everything is casted on Farcaster. We are currently on maintenance, so I'm showing you the staging because we are pushing some new updates. First and foremost, dark mode. So Streamem allows anyone to go live on Warpcast. We have a mini app that sends notifications on Warpcast once you are live, so people can actually watch it straight from the feed, and you can attach any base token to the live stream, like the guys here on All Your Base who are very cool. They're doing some like tiny cars racing on base, and you can bet on it. So once they're streaming, they're currently offline, but once they're streaming, you can add, as I said, any token on base, and it's actually tradable right from the stream UI. You can tip both the streamer and the chat with more than 20 different base tokens, and 100% goes directly to the tip recipient. And you can also again do it with the chat, which is something that is not possible in Web 2, and we think it's a kind of an unlock. Let's go to the homepage. Again, we are currently on maintenance, at least until Sunday, because we are pushing some new updates. But like, this is the homepage. Here you can see like all the live streams. You can tip directly from the Warpcast wallet. Let me show you. Those are the notifications that show up directly on Warpcast, and once you push on it, it opens the live stream. Again, we are currently on maintenance, and what I'm sharing with you is the staging. And like, once you tip, you can just actually tip directly from the Warpcast wallet, which, thanks to Tip Tuesday, a lot of people have like some liquid and they want to send it and tip it to other Farcasters, and tipping on live streams is a thing. So this is us. We also have a live streaming AI co-host that you can add to your live streams, and it can interact with you using a voice. Soon we'll also push an update that will allow users to use this agent directly from the browser without streaming studio, because currently it requires OBS and some plugin. So you can just add it to your live streams, and like when you play, it commenting on whatever you're doing. One second.
It's
This is me talking with Rita, and she like actually responds, and she's currently only responding to voice, but soon she will also be able to actually get an understanding of the visual part of the stream and react to it. And the end game is to allow Rita to create and solve prediction bets regarding the stream based on streaming moments that can be marketable in the prediction market way. So people can like bet on either or not you win the match or something. It's currently live on Virtuals, so it haven't graduated yet, but here it's the Rita token. It's currently at like very small market cap, but we're grinding and working on it nevertheless, because we do think that this is kind of an unlock. And when I was streaming with it, it was very, very fun. We have more than 2,300 users, around 5-6 streams per day. We are working on some new features that I can't really share, but expect the UX to be better, and to find some new ways to monetize your content. You can also deploy a meme token using Clunker whenever you're going live, and earn from the trading fees, like on Pump.fun. And this is a stream.
All right, thank you so much. So
Welcome. Thank you, guys.
Yes, I love it. It's so cool. I also really, I also really love, like, you brought up a really good point, and the first thing I thought of is um, like for Farcaster Tip Tuesdays, because I'm assuming that the streaming app is a mini app.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, do you do notifications for Tuesdays to get streamers like, hey, today's like Tip Tuesday?
This is actually a good idea. Let me write it to myself. It's a great notification. Like
Yeah,
our,
that's so cool.
totally. Like as far as more people will, like as more streamers will earn money, there will be more streamers. So this is totally a way to make them earn more.
Yeah, I think it's like, I think because you understand the ecosystem and you know that these things are happening, it like definitely leverage that information that you have already like into your product. I think the product itself looks super cool. I really want to try this. I'm currently like testing mini apps for Coinbase Wallet. And I should do them on Stream TV. Like I should just do the live feedback on Stream TV. I'd love to.
Thank you very much. You can actually multi-stream to Twitter and stream them at the same time if you're using the studio option. And like my DMs are open. If you have like any other suggestion or question, we will be more than happy to
Yeah.
know.
I think it'd be good to see some like onboarding content, like how I can get started, like how hard is it to get it all set up, because that's something that like with streaming, it can be a bit daunting. Like that's something that people maybe take a step back and like, oh, I'm not sure how to do that. But yeah, I love that it's a mini app. I think you guys are killing it. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
very
being
much.
Grace.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Nick.
All right, bye-bye. All right, next we have Lior from Product Clank. Again, just to remind, everyone here is raising, so you can support them. All right, Lior, how are you doing?
Hey, Nick. So, great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Hi,
Thank
Leo.
you.
Yeah, great. So let me maybe first share my screen. So it's great. I think what you're doing is great. I think part of our mission is also kind of let product builders get more visibility and more exposure. So I think any attempt like what you're doing is helpful and is highly valued. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I start by kind of introducing myself. My name is Lior. I'm in the space since 2018. I've been building on the DAO space, been doing a lot of governance on chain, and then moved to the VC side. And lastly, I kind of got back to the builder side to build ProductLank. So I'm excited kind of to implement all the learnings from this journey. ProductLank actually came from my struggle to basically by building products and kind of understanding how hard it is to get distribution and attention. So what ProductLank is basically solving the toughest problem for product builders in the age of vibe coding. Like it has never been easy to build products like today, but getting user attention is still where most builders fail. And ProductLank basically creates skin in the game experience that empowers people to help builders with distribution, grow a community of believers. And you can think about it as like if Product Hunt and Polymarket had a baby. So this is kind of how I'm thinking about ProductLank. Like you are discovering new products, and you also have to have skin in the game and win if you are right about identifying strong builders and products. So let me, okay, just give it a sec. Okay. So before I'm going to the live demo, I think we are at the YouTube moment for product builders. So like what YouTube allowed for any video creator to make a living out of their content, I think we are there with product builders, the long tail of builders. We're going to have a lot more velocity of applications going on, but the same tools that have been used to surface good videos or good content in the kind of Web 2 era is not applicable anymore. So we need something else. We need something that allows us to really distinguish between products that worth our attention. So ProductLank basically has a built-in social graph. We build on Farcaster. We think social is key for any experience from discovery, trading, and so on. We have a gamified experience through a mini app, and we are building on Base with a Web3 Rails, which means that we are basically have all the composability to integrate other tools and to offer experiences that are unique that you can only do on Web3. So let me go to the app and show you how it looks. Okay, so the app is basically a place that traders can come and discover new products, and builders can come and kind of do their growth journey. So you can discover products. We have also a section of ideas. We're experimenting with that. What would it be if people would launch ideas and kind of see how the market reacts? Let's basically do a live demo of how it works. So actually, this is a real example because as part of our experience, like I built a mini app game, and I wanted to see kind of how it helps me kind of explore the gamification within Farcaster. So let's do a quick. It's called Meme Invaders. It's actually a mini. It's a mini app. Let's call it Meme. I got it here. So this was basically a mini app that allows me to test how people engage in games on Farcaster. I will use like the mini app URL when I'm putting it here. Let's try to have maybe a nice, I hope I got it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's here. Yeah, this is like the image. I can have, okay, and it's a game. I will skip socials. I can submit it, and basically what happens now is that the game is created, and now I can launch it. Before I launch it, I can also define if I want to hold some treasury tokens, because what essentially happens, if I didn't mention it, that when we launch a game on Product Clank, Clanker is being launched, and we are able to reserve some as a token allocation for further project use. And then I'm simply signing a wallet. I logged in with Privy, so it's a seamless experience for someone that is non-Web3 native. And basically, the product is being launched. And now, me as a builder, I have a way to engage the community and let people bet on me, but also reward them if they can help me with my journey. So you can see, okay, let's maybe talk about it on Farcaster because we like social. So yeah, I guess it's my computer a bit slow, but it will. I will just cast this. And now I want to show you what happens on the other side. So I logged into my mini app. And basically on the mini app, I can scroll through products and I can believe on products and I can upvote. A simple upvote doesn't cost me money. Actually, I'm getting like a fraction of that token. So it gives me motivation to kind of look at products and maybe one of them will make it. And maybe if I'm, let's see, oh, we got the product here. So now I discovered Mimi Invader. It looks cool. I'm going to believe in it. Believing doesn't cost me money, but it will basically send or let the user, let the builder know that, okay, someone liked his project and now it's on the feed. Other people can look at that. They will run into the game. Maybe they will play it. I actually recommend. It's a really good game. And what I can also do, I can basically believe and buy because I think it's a cool game. So here's my wallet. So here I'm actually investing or putting like $5 because it's both supporting the builder. The business model is basically that the builder is getting fees, is earning from the fees. So we see it as like a new way for builders to be empowered to build stuff, get traction from the market, and also earn some money. So not everybody can raise, not everybody have access to investors, but this is a way that democratize access for early stage builders to basically come and build. So that's kind of I would say the experience on the app. There is also like this kind of type of Tinder experience that you can go through products, learn about them if you like them. And we have a leaderboard. So this is the gamification. People can kind of believe every day or discover new products, and they are ranked. And we're going to run games and rewards for people that are staying around. And that's kind of the experience here. And let me go back. I think, okay. What else do I wanted to share? So I think, yeah, so this is kind of the general experience, but this is just the beginning. The idea is that we want to make this discovery social. Like we realize that when I'm looking for a new tool, like, okay, what is your marketing stack? What are you using? So I'm actually asking my friend that I trust, what is the thing they recommend. With this kind of experience, people can actually hold a bucket of the tools they like the best and have like ETFs of those products, and people can copy trade them or copy use them. So it's a kind of a new gamified way for people to both discover and use new products. Yeah, it's kind of been fun. We have like 4,000 people on the wait list that signed up when we kind of announced on this. On the mini app game, the Meme Invader, let me just show you. I missed that part. So let's say after I shared, so you can see that this is kind of the product, and it's now traded. So probably I can see maybe the transaction that I made. And I think one important thing that I want to show after this load, yeah. So this is basically the token, the on base, and what. I'm gonna go. And the other part is that on Product Clank, we are allowing like to people to understand the social element of tokens. So let's say I want to look at Banker. Actually, I want to show you from testing, because this is kind of going to go live soon. So I can look at Banker, I can see who are the believers, people that hold the token, and their social credibility score. So obviously Dan and Jesse are holding, so that's a good signal. I should trust Banker because I see it has good reputation. And I can also see like the ranking of who are the top holders, how much they hold, and what is the credibility that is basically based on the social graph. And we're working on different metrics that allows people to evaluate like products, because I think like people had enough with like just meme coins that have no really anything behind them, and this is actually supporting builders and helping them in their builder journey, and I'm also able to win if I got it right. So I think, yeah, that's kind of what I have here. Let me see that I didn't miss anything else. Yeah, I think like beyond like the interest from people just by trading. So I want to mention that the first product to launch on Product Clank was Product Clank. So basically, we're eating our own dog food. So kind of saying, if it works for us, it can work for anyone. So I kind of feel how this builder journey was kind of empowered by having people that can basically back me or like support me, and I'm also making some fees. So in general, we made like $10,000 till now to fund the development of this. So it's kind of a very exciting way to build stuff. And maybe last example is that I didn't experiment like my 7-year-old kid. I let him try to vibe code stuff because he wanted to have a game, to do a game like a hangman game where he needs to guess the letters. And then we vibe coded it. And then I said, okay, let's launch it on Product Clank. Let's see what happens. And he actually made like $700 for kind of people trading. And that was really exciting because for him, it was like, oh, wow, actually people like reacted to what I did. And now he has this money that he can maybe buy a subscription to Claude or any vibe coding application to keep on going. So I think it's really empowering, the new tools that we have with on-chain and social to empower anyone to build and become a builder. So yeah, that's I think that's for me. We see a lot of validation, like similar ideas are being experimented on other chains. So we want to be building on Base. We think Base is the right place for builders, and we want to basically build together the future of venture building, how we call it. So I think I will wrap with that. Yeah, Nick reminded us that as part of this, we want to double down on the opportunities. So we think there is an opportunity to kind of really win in this market. So looking to raise. And so if anyone is interested or like what we build, reach out. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Lior. That was great. Tell your kid I said congratulations on the $700.
Thank you.
Sohi, you have any feedback?
Yeah, thanks, Leo. I really love the product idea. I think it's really cool. I get where you guys are coming from, similar like to Product Hunt. I really love that you're bringing in like the social part of it as well, because you're completely right. Like this is the first time that we can use like all these really powerful tools. Like we can use on-chain like social data to sort of show us like, oh yeah, like I believe in this thing, so therefore I do, like I believe in Y, I do X. I love that, and I think it's really great that you're leaning into the social part of it so heavily. I like that you have, just for a question, is the mini app experience different to the desktop experience, or is it the same?
It's kind of customized to be more fun and gamified way. Like the app is where you probably launch, and we will introduce like an agent and other means to launch your product. And there, as a builder, you're also going to we have a growth page where we're going to implement all sorts of growth hacks that we use and work for us, like pay influencers with your native token, and then maybe you can get some echoed, like your product could be echoed on social. The mini app experience is more like, as the way I'm thinking about it now, is like discovery and something that allows more exposure in feed. Because the more we have people playing that app, product builders, we see that they get attention. People look at their product, they try it out. So it kind of enables new like more exposure, which is why people, yeah.
No, I really love that. I love the fact that you're leaning into, like with the mini app, you're really leaning into like the growth hack mentality of the mini app. And then on the desktop experience, like if I'm launching a new product, like that's where I go. I think that's really great. Also, what you just said before about like sharing what your product, not product hacks, but like what your growth hacks are for your product. That's super cool. Like the fact, like not to glaze over the fact that your 7-year-old made $700, like that's so cool. I'm sure that's going to go to a lot of Roblox and stuff, and I think that's so awesome. I love that you have like these. You're already starting to do your own marketing. You're already pushing it. You have a really great, strong narrative. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'll have to try it. And just to say, I'm also testing all mini apps this weekend in Coinbase Wallet. There is a cast in my Farcaster account. If you drop your mini app link, I'll test it for you and then I'll just give you some feedback as well. But overall,
That's
you've done so well. It's so cool.
yeah.
Everyone's killing
Actually,
it today. I'm so
yeah.
sorry. I'm just too happy.
No, that's cool. Like I think for me, and I think for anyone building stuff, the most exciting thing is kind of having the same people liking what you do, and that's what kind of keeps me going. And it's a it's a roller coaster. You keep on building. Not always we get attention, and this is where like I feel this struggle. It really can be a bummer to launch something. Oh, nobody cares. But we keep on going and having it on this, like you said, the social experience let us be closer to the people that like it, people that might know someone that like it, and this kind of makes the builder life kind of more social and kind of let them empower them to keep on going.
Yeah, 100%. Like we as builders, we got to stick together because it's rough out there. The markets can do whatever they need to do, but we're going to continue building. So it doesn't mean that every day is like sunny.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Thank you, Lior.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Leo.
Thank you. All right. Up next, we have Achilles from Byte AI.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yep. How are you
Hey
doing?
Nick. Hey, thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here. So yes, I'm Achilles Hodel, co-founder of Byte AI. At Byte AI, we are building the world's best ordering and checkout experience powered by crypto and AI. We believe that human language is the new UX. So all surfaces across the web where users are engaging in human language, either through text or voice, we believe that is a surface where they can connect to Byte AI to power our zero-click agentic checkout experience. So I'll go ahead and start the presentation. So what we're going to be presenting today is our drive-through web app. So let me go ahead, share screen. Okay, are you able to see my screen? Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can see us. We
Okay,
can hear you,
perfect.
see you.
Awesome. Sweet. All right, so this is our drive-through web app. We're currently live with alpha users. So if you're interested in trying it out, we'd love for you to, DM us on Twitter, and we can go ahead and give you access. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Let's order from Taco Bell. So right now, the Byte agent is going and looking at available restaurants near me. There should be a Taco Bell, and it's going to go ahead and select that restaurant and then share the menu with me so I can go ahead and navigate the menu and place the order. All right, so it's great. Taco Bell has a variety of delicious options. Gives me a couple options like a Crunchwrap Supreme and a Cantina Chicken Burrito Bowl. And then I can go ahead and scroll the menu here. So let's go ahead and let me get the Cantina Chicken Quesadilla. So I'm going to say let's add the Cantina Chicken Quesadilla to my cart. Oh, and they also have those nuggets now too, right? So let's also get also add the 5-piece crispy chicken nuggets to my cart, please. All right, so I just told it to add a couple items to my cart. So it's going to take that prompt, it's going to look at the menu, it's going to select those items, and it's going to add them to my cart for me. Perfect. It just said the Cantina Chicken Quesadilla and 5-piece nuggets have been added to your cart. And it's going to say, let me know if you want to check out, if you want to add anything else. I'm just going to go ahead and say like, hey, what's the delivery cost? What's the delivery cost? You can see on the right, we do show the user's cart and the total plus delivery. But just gonna ask it like, hey, I'm just curious, like how much of this is delivery? And it says the delivery fee is $3.39, and that gives me a total. And now it's time to check out. So be like, yes, let's add a $3 tip and check out, please. All right, so I told to add a $3 tip for the driver and go ahead and check out. And now what's going to happen is it's going to use my wallet. Perfect. And you can see right here, it's saying that's processing my payment right now. So right now I've already loaded up my wallet. You can see my balance here. We use Privy Wallet. I heard some of the awesome builders before this talking about using Privy as well. So it makes it really easy for users to log in through social. Perfect. And the order is on the way. Usually it does pull up as a clickable link to open a new tab, but that's okay. Let me just go ahead and copy that, and I'll paste this in the new tab, and I can go ahead and share the tab so we can track the order. And this tracking link is also texted to the user as well. So the user will get text through SMS with the tracking link so they can track it that way. And they get updated through SMS with the, as the order goes through its different statuses. And you can see the different items that I ordered and the ETA. All right, so let me go back here. And yeah, and then, so this is really the experience. And like I said, we feel that like this is just one surface. This is our, drive-through web app, but we're also working on expanding to other surfaces like messaging apps. We've done, some demos previously where we've delivered orders through X. So users, tweet at our Bite agent on X, and they go ahead and go through this similar experience with human language and then have food delivered right to their doorstep. That pulls the funds and checks out directly with their wallet. And yeah, we're excited to move to really other surfaces as well. Like I said, any surface across the web, we believe that's a surface users can connect to for this agentic checkout experience. If we have time, I actually would like to, let's go ahead and try and place maybe another one. I've done this in testing before, and let's see if we can do it like a one prompt checkout. So I'm going to go ahead and select my address again. Hey, let's order the Cantina chicken burrito bowl from Taco Bell and add a $3 tip and check out, please. I'm gonna go ahead and see if it can just navigate the menu, select the restaurant, add that to my cart, add the $3 tip, and do the checkout, all based on the one prompt. Like I said, I've done this before in testing, and it should work. So let's see if we can stretch Bite's capabilities here. You can see it's taking a little time, probably just because it's doing a lot in the background. Oh, sorry about that. That's okay. We'll go ahead and see what's going on there. But yeah, so I'll stop sharing now. Any questions, I guess, that the team has for me?
I think it was great, Achilles. Sohi, you have anything you would like to add?
Yeah, so many questions.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
No, that's good.
Like, who's doing the delivery here? Like, how are you organizing delivery?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So we are in a lot of different ways. We partner, directly with restaurants, connect directly to them. So we have restaurants that do like self-delivery, like Domino's. We also, are integrated with DoorDash Drive APIs. So if there's a restaurant that, doesn't do delivery, we can then dispatch a DoorDash driver to pick up the order and then deliver it to them. We also are, integrated with many other really like networks. So basically, we have many different options. And to
Yeah.
give a little history behind the team, myself, I've been working on integrations in the e-commerce space for 6 years now, working in product and engineering as a project manager and product manager. So really an expert in building out integrations with the team. Our CTO is also, he's worked at FANG companies like Google and Meta, building out large-scale user-facing applications. He's also worked on AI products, and he was also a director of a team who was building out integrations to e-commerce marketplaces. So Yeah, we have extreme expertise, I would say, in building out integrations. Now that we've built out what is, an agent that has the ability to, with minimal hallucinations, navigate a menu, add items to cart, and then proceed and complete checkout with the user's wallet. It's really like, as we're expanding to new, integrations with new restaurants, it's really just adding those utilities in the back end to enhance and augment like new integrations to our existing core functionality. And then my co-founder, he has extensive Web3 experience, worked at Anchorage previously. So we really feel that we're the best team with the Web3 and the e-commerce experience to go ahead and build out not just food delivery, but also in the future, we could expand this technology to other verticals. And just to give an idea of the market size here, food delivery in the United States, I believe, is like a $1 trillion market. There are about 173 million users in the US that go ahead and order food, through these food delivery apps. So even if we just convert less than 1% of those users and get to 1 million users, we take a convenience fee on orders. Right now we're taking 3%. And, when we go do that quick math, that's over like $40 million a year that we can collect in just convenience fees from users. And then we also are working with restaurants because on the restaurant side of the equation, we also offer a competitive, I would say, like value proposition to them as well. These restaurants pay 2 to 3% to the Visa MasterCards of the world to go ahead and complete checkout, complete payments for them. And then they also pay 15 to 30% to these delivery apps like DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats. So we are kind of a one package deal for them where we can process the payment very cheaply on Base. Thankfully, that's why we're building on Base. Stable coins on Base, you can process the payments with like fees that are less than a penny. And we can also, get a delivery to those users. So we can offer a competitive fee to restaurants that we feel that they'll onboard in droves because they're, industry that operates on the margins and are looking to drive down those margins. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to add on the business side. I think I covered what I was looking to cover. Any other questions you guys have for me? I'd love to get your feedback. And, if you want to be alpha users, please, let me know. I'd love you guys to start using Byte.
Yeah, I think you've answered like a lot. Like my second question was going to be like how are you positioning this to restaurants? But it makes sense that you're really offering this as a one-stop solution, like the delivery and then also like the payment processing. That's a really good idea. Like that's awesome. The only other thing that I think about is in terms of like I guess because we saw you go through the process, so you have the account. If I was brand new, like how would an account what an what would a new account look to me? Like, how could I put money in that wallet? Like, what is that process?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So I can go ahead and start showing again. I can go ahead and like sign in and show you, but we use Privy. So really we get a lot out of the box. So really happy to be using that solution. So let me go ahead and share my tab. So I'll just show you like how I would fund. So I can just click the menu. I can fund. You can pay with card. This uses MoonPay in the back end. So we could users can fund it with like a debit or credit card using MoonPay. And actually, it might not be sharing the pop-up window. I'm realizing now, but that's okay. So you can also transfer from exchange, transfer from wallet. You can receive funds here. So it pulls up a QR code. You can send USD to here. And then, so that's really what we have as the funding options today. I can also like go ahead and log out, and then let's go ahead and log back in. I'm just going to use Twitter for my login. Yep, authorize. It's connecting, and now I'm back in. And sorry, there was another question you had. Oh, so this is also so this is our drive-through web app, right? And then what our idea is, I think it's similar if you're familiar with the experience like BankerBot does. They write users onboard to their terminal, BankerBot. They authorize their Farcaster Twitter account, and then they can go ahead and interact with it across those surfaces, and it pulls directly from their wallet and makes trades with their wallet because they've already completed the OAuth for those surfaces. So that's a similar experience that we're building out as well. And also for other surfaces, you can imagine the future, like we could build an experience where It's not like the zero-click agentic checkout like I showed here, where it's pulling the funds directly from your wallet because you've given, our application the delegated permissions, but it could return a, one-time like checkout link that you go ahead and then just click and pay, and then it goes ahead and completes the checkout. So we have really a lot of options, and our core infrastructure is actually already set up to support like both of those workflows.
That's awesome. Great work. I wish I
Thank you.
could use it, but I'm not based in the US.
Ah, okay. Well, when we expand internationally, we'll be sure to contact you first.
I'll
Yes,
reach out to you,
please.
Achilles, later. I want to try it out.
Hey,
I also
awesome.
want to try those nuggets.
I know. Yeah. We've had some really great, user testimonies too. I'd say like one user, they did a video and they were like, "Oh, hey, I want a pizza with some fun toppings," and it just like found a Blaze Pizza and it added a pickle pizza to their cart. And then another user, their first time using it, they recorded a video. Is actually a Coinbase employee. They posted on Twitter where they just were like, "Oh wow, it's like checking out. Like it's just going and doing it for me." And then it was done and returned them the receipt and the link, and they were like, "Well, that was freaking easy." So yeah, so I think users are really pleased with the zero-click checkout experience, the agentic checkout experience, and we're excited to get it in the hands of more users.
Achilles, you also said you were raising, right?
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, we are currently raising $2 million for a 2-year runway for our team, so to pay for salary and infrastructure costs.
Awesome. So if anyone is interested, hit up Achilles.
Yeah, please
All right.
contact me or Byte AI on Twitter. Yep.
All right. Thank you,
Correct.
Achilles.
Awesome. Thank you so much again for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. That is it for this week's Base Demo Day, guys. I will be doing the showcases every week to showcase the best base builders in the ecosystem. And if you are building or you are thinking about building on Base and looking for funding, exposure, or feedback on your product, apply for the next Base Demo Day. Links in my X and my YouTube bio. Again, I want to thank Sohi for co-hosting today. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, Nick. And I just want to say thank you to all the builders today. I feel so proud to be able to build with you.
All right. Thank you, guys. See you next week.